Welcome back. Let's Do Dinner Detroit has officially kicked off. The event is to help showcase Detroit's amazing dining scene, all while raising money for nonprofits.
So joining us to tell us about the week-long event is John Witz and Chef Kristen McCall from one of Detroit's most popular restaurants, the Whitney. Thanks a lot for coming in this morning.
Thanks for having us.
Now, we're going to get to these beautiful dishes in just a minute, but first, John, why don't you give us a little overview of the week?
Sure. So it's almost 30 restaurants from Corktown and Cork and Gable to Greektown and Symposia to the park in Campus Martius, Wright and Company, Andiamo on the riverfront, El Bar Zone in Southwest Detroit, all getting together to showcase, as Sandra said, Detroit's amazing dining scene, and doing it in such a cool way with menus, prefix menus ranging from $20 to $75, something for every price point and style. And you put the package together, you pick a restaurant at letsdodinnerdetroit.com, and then for every meal that you enjoy, there'll be 8 meals for someone in need over the holidays. So it's a great program crafted with some of the chefs, and certainly Chef Chris rocked it out for us today.
Yeah, and Chef Chris, you know, obviously the Whitney is just iconic. I mean, it's just symbol of Detroit. Tell us a little bit about, give us an overview for folks who haven't been there and how you're taking part as well.
Sure. So first I just want to throw a shout out to the Liebler family, who are always involved in trying to give back to the community. So when I found out we weren't just doing some special dishes, but that like for every meal we sell, 8 people are going to get fed. I mean, that's just a great story. And not all non-for-profits are operating on the same honor system. And I think Forgotten Harvest is one that's just fantastic. So the Whitney, yeah, iconic. It's been around a long time. We've been, the building was finished to completion in the early 1910. And it was turned into a restaurant about 25 years ago when the Liebler family purchased it. And since then, it's just been a place for native Detroiters to come and celebrate, you know, really their special occasions, you know.
Yeah, and this event is such a great event. Now, are these some of the dishes you're going to be, you can get while you take part in the event?
Absolutely.
And if they are, why don't you walk us through them?
Sure. So we've got 4 that are on the special menu this week and next week. We've got an orange smashing salmon, which is served with Israeli couscous and a sauteed of root vegetables. We have a duo of lamb porterhouses with a braised red cabbage and a Yukon Gold smashed potato. We have a chicken thigh tataki, also served with couscous and a root vegetable. And then for the season, we have a pumpkin risotto. Yeah, all great. A little bit delicious. For some, and this one actually is fantastic because we can offer it as a vegan or vegetarian. It's a vegetarian dish, but we can also make it vegan.
Catering to all.
It checks boxes, right? That's what we try to do.
John, you mentioned so many fantastic restaurants. I mean, really, like just all across the board. How did this idea come together?
So Stella Artois approached us. We work with them at some of our festivals and said they want to showcase Detroit dining. So they put the funding behind making sure we got this promoted, advertised, staff coordination, everything. And then we went quickly to the restaurants, and the excitement for joining together has been incredible. And I would suggest in a restaurant you go and you look at a menu. For here, go to the website because there's 50 different packages. The Whitney offers 4 different options. Some offer 2 and 3, and there's just so many things to choose from. And you pick what you like and choose a restaurant. You don't need a reservation. You can call or just show up, and we're excited about it. It goes through Thursday, and if this is successful, we might come back with 1 or 2 more a year, because it just, the response has been overwhelming.
And it raises money for such a good cause as well. Now, talk about, John, when some people say, oh, I can't go to that restaurant, that's out of my price range. There are different price options.
Yeah,
right?
And I'll tell you, so the Anchor Bar is participating with a $20 option and their famous cheeseburger. Siva, and you talk about vegan, they have an artichoke po' boy at $20. Ooh. Mezcal has taco combinations with tres leches cake at $20 and $35. Wright and Company at $50 with udon noodles and pork belly and pork belly sliders and butterscotch pudding. So I mean, there's just so many things. You can tell I've been looking at the menu, deciding where I've been going.
I'm getting hungry.
The chicken marsala at La Lanterna in Capitol Park. Ettore has a range of small plates. Also, their neighbor Central Kitchens rocking it out with 2 different price points. Sullivan's Steakhouse has a New York strip in combination. That's at a $75 range. So when you talk about options, they're out there, and you go to the website, like I said, look at the different menus. They're all there. And you got to move quick because it's through Thursday, and make your reservation or your call, or just show up and and celebrate Detroit. And I want to thank you, Chris. I mean, the Whitney was one of the first restaurants that signed up, and when you have a name, an iconic name like the Whitney, oh, the Whitney's involved. Just things can grow off of that. It does, yeah. So we're really excited.
And what a great way for folks who maybe haven't been able to try one of these restaurants can do it now and also help feed folks, especially as we head into the holiday season.
Without question. Forgotten Harvest is an organization we work with year-round. They've rescued food from our festivals. There has been donations from things that we've done, and when we approached them with this, they were just thrilled and are excited, have been promoting it. So like I said, this could be the beginning of taking Detroit Restaurant Week to new heights.
And Chef Chris, I mean, you feed people for a living. That's what you do. But how nice is it for you to be able to give back to people? Like John said, 8 meals. That's what people are getting out of one of these. How does that feel to you?
Yeah, I mean, yesterday was the first day we started offering this menu, and as I was getting ready to leave in the evening, and I saw the tickets coming through. A lot of the people that were dining with us yesterday were ordering off this special menu. The message from all of our servers and from our general manager, Tony Muzzy, is when we get to the table, we got to let folks know, listen, this is just not a special menu, but the message behind it is, helping folks out, helping people out that need help.
And you rock this out. When we get done with the segment, do we have forks and knives? Can I dive? This looks like a
Yeah, sure you can. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, you take the beer. Upscale.
I know Chris is eyeing the Stella for breakfast.
Hey, you got to start with something, right? We should also give Chef Chris props because he got up early to make all this, and I know Monday's your day off. So I appreciate
Monday,
you
no
stepping
less.
up.
Great being here. Thanks for the invite.
John, Chris, thanks a lot for coming by.
Appreciate it.
Shout out to the Whitney for bringing all this food as well. And we hope you take part in it. 4 days, 4 more nights to get involved in this.